Welcome to episode 23 of AFC Fylde Still We Rise on Football Manager 2020. This is the biggest day in Still We Rise because it is the day when Fylde could become Vanarama National League champions. Since you were last with us, which was the win over Chorley, the 7-3 amazing game of the season at Victory Park, we haven't played any other games, and that's because of what happened at Barnet. Barnet had 2 games in hand, you may remember. They actually lost the first one to Sutton United. A late winner, Kenny Davis, doing the business at Gander Green Lane. And then Barnet took on Boreham Wood, got the win. So we're now level on 42 games played, and it's big. We have an 11-point advantage with 4 to play. Even my shoddy, appalling maths can tell you that 3 points for 4 wins gives you 12 points. That can only take Barnet to 103 maximum. We need 2 points. A goal difference is enough. We're going to win it based on if we get a point. However, I want a win so badly. It's against Hartlepool, who started the season with Dave Challoner as their manager. In this game, I should point out, Dave Challoner obviously only took over at Hartlepool mid-season in real life. He has since been sacked, and former Fylde boss, who I replaced technically before he'd even started his job, Jim Bentley, has taken over. So Hartlepool, now 10th, they have had, I think, a bit of a resurgence. Yeah, so Bentley must have been appointed, I'm guessing, around this sort of time. 3rd of March? Can I see that? He's come in and he's playing quite a narrow system. This is what we're going to see in a second when we go to the game screen. So no, he actually came in quite early. In December. What happened in December? Was that down here? Ah, yeah. So they were down in 15th place, and since then he's seen a rise up to 10th. That's not bad. However, ourselves, as you can see, we hit top spot there, 17th game of the season, with the 2-1 win against Hartlepool. I feel bad. You know, Dave Chandler lost his job soon after that. Well, one can't grieve forever, especially when there is a title to be won. We are heavy favourites. Hartlepool are inconsistent. Win, draw, win, draw, win. Whereas we have won 5 on the bounce. In terms of our team selection, the only thing that has changed since the Chorley game is that Alex Whitmore is back in for Neil Byrne in the centre of defence. The rest I have not touched. Jack Muldoon stays in. After 3 goals and 3 assists at Victory Park, he isn't going anywhere. Unfit for this one, Mark Yates is just back in training. Kurt Willoughby, Danny Phillips-Kirk, Tom Walker all got fitness concerns. Andy Keller is our backup left back. Montrose misses out. I had to choose between either Bradders or Montrose, and I think Dan Bradley offers a little bit more, considering that we have 2 positions in central midfield and only 1 in defensive midfield. Russell Knowles, our replacement right back. Young lad we plucked from the grey pages of our development centre, which has now obviously been bolstered by the arrival of our youth intake. Let's see if I can see reports, development. There we go. So ignore the senior characters. Tom Walker obviously is getting a couple of minutes down in the under-18s. Not a lot of potential, except for these fellas. O'Hara, left winger, young Scottish lad. Doesn't look Scottish. And we've got Ostgullen, Stefan Ostgullen, central defender. But I quite like the look of one of our goalkeepers, this young fella. Steve Cass, I think he's got a bit about him. So I'll be excited to see how he progresses. But this is all just preamble. I feel like I'm stalling because we need a win against Hartlepool. Whatever happens with Barnet, if we win the title. Everybody calm down. Breathe. We're going to win the title. If it's today, great. If not, we'll do it in one of the subsequent games. We play Ebbsfleet next. And really, we just need 2 draws, don't we? 2 points. But if we can get a win here, of course it will depend slightly on what happens with Barnet. We are assuming that Barnet are going to win their game. They are at home, I can tell you. We'll have a quick look at that before we get underway. Because I do want my screen to have their result on it as we progress here at Victoria Park. We were at Victory Park in Chorley, and now we are at Hartlepool's Victoria Park to take on Jim Bentley's boys. Yeah, bit of green there. We're going to go into the tunnel, and it's going to be not a question about winning the title. It's going to be about one of their players. Oh, honestly, no comment. I've left Danny Filisker out. Is that down to... Yes, it is, actually. Yeah, in other circumstances. Kyle, are you happy with... Yeah. So, nothing about winning the title. Nothing. Right, as soon as we start, let's encourage the boys. And then as soon as we get to that screen where I can see the stats, we're going to change it so that we can see what Barnet are up to. And we'll Soccer Saturday style this sort of thing. So instead of match stats, I'm not that interested in those today. I want later scores because Barnet should be up here. Yes, they are. Okay. We're all set. We've mentioned this before. Tim Odasuna in the Hartlepool defence was on loan at Fylde last season from Norwich. Made a couple of appearances, nothing to write home about, but he got injured quite early on in his stint with Fylde, and therefore we didn't see the best of him. I can tell you that Dave Tarpey has scored for Woking, somebody I am very much interested in, but it will depend on other targets becoming available. I like the way we play at the minute, and fitting somebody like Dave Tarpey in could be a bit of a challenge. But he would offer us an alternative to the sort of target men that we've used this season, Proctor, and then Phyllis Kirk doing his thing when he gets the opportunity. First 15 are through, and we're 0-0 here. Seems to be quite an even game. A lot of blue, a lot of white in that progress bar down the bottom of the screen. All we need is a win, and here we go. This is going to be the goal. Taylor, he's going to whip this ball in. No, it's going to come back out. Williams, Daniel Williams, our loan signing from Swansea, gets us underway. It's only his second goal of the season. Assist from Nick Horton. It gets back out to Proctor, recycled to Williams, through to Horton, and there is Danny Williams to just slot home, low and hard from the edge of the box. Killip in the Hartlepool goal, not a chance of saving that, and we are on the way to the National League Championship. We're going to do what Fylde should have done in real life. They should have built on last season, the season before, the finals at Wembley. They didn't quite do it. We are going to right that wrong. A corner cleared. Everybody knows how dangerous we are at corners. This is how we hoped it started. Half an hour in, we are leading 1-0. Thanks to Danny Williams. Only here on loan because of Tom Walker's injury. We had to go and pluck somebody to replace him. And after some deliberation and paying more wages than we have in our budget. Oh, Muldoon is offside. Great performance last game from Jack Muldoon, but he's marginally offside. He's taken a step just a moment too soon. But yeah, Williams wouldn't have been part of the squad if it hadn't been for Tom Walker's injury. But those are the type of goals that Walker's scored as well. And here we go, Jordan Williams. No, he gets his shot blocked. And Hartlepool with a lovely screen up there as well. You can tell they're a former league club, can't you? But here they are on the counter. Dangerous. We've got to get back, quickly recover the ball, knock it out if you're unsure, or play it back to the goalkeeper. Burke and Whitmore. Long ball over the top by Whitmore. Proctor. Is somebody going to have an effort? We need an effort on goal here, lads. If we can get a 2-goal lead, that just gives us a nice bit of comfort. Williams with the clip over for Burke right on the touchline. And there's Jamie Proctor. 22nd of the season. The assist coming from our right back, Luke Burke. We're always looking for that width. We're always looking for the overlap. This time it's Burke. Asenhoon not clearing the ball. Leaving it there for him to cross perfectly onto the head of our top goal scorer, our number 1 striker, on loan from Rotherham, Jamie Proctor. The man in real life brought in to basically replace Danny Rowe. Not great performances so far in real life, but doing the business here on Still We Rise. And now we wonder if there are any changes we'd like to make. Jordan Williams is struggling in terms of performance, 6.3 his average rating. But I'm going to leave him on. The change I am going to make is actually, we're going to take off the goal scorer. The booking, and due to the fact that he is here on loan, let's give Dan Bradley, give him the box-to-box role that he excels in. Move Horton across. And let's enjoy ourselves for the second half. We're going to encourage the boys. We like to give them a bit of motivation. Not that they need it, because here's Jack Muldoon marauding down the wing. He's got a throw in from there. Burke, one of our standout players, it has to be said. Best right back in the division, I'd say. And Bradders, he went for the long ranger. Not quite there this time, but Barnet are still drawing their game. So if Barnet drop points, whichever way round, we are winning this title. Barnet are at home to Chesterfield, a team I've had problems with this season. I think they're quite a good side. But here we are, leading in the second half. 54 on the clock. But I don't think we can write off Hartlepool just yet. They do play quite narrow, Hartlepool. I was saying this before. And that's given me a bit of encouragement that we'd get round the sides of them. If you look at the space out there for Berg, you're really pulling defenders out of position to get them to close him down. And they're overcommitting. They're to the point of which Jordan Williams fires in his 20th goal. I mean, it just flashed in. Assist by Bradders. I mean, not like he did a lot, but all about Jordan Williams there. He just finds him there, edge of the box. The old 1-2, control and finish. The defender, nowhere near. What a day this is turning out to be. We are going to be crowned National League champions. We're going to be promoted into the Football League. And it's another one. It's Jack Muldoon. This time onside, twice in the space of 2 minutes, and it's Andy Taylor with the free kick delivery. That's why he's staying with us next season, whatever happens. Muldoon at the back stick. What a signing. His 10th goal since arriving midway through the season. He was unwanted by Harrogate, cast aside, told that he could leave. We signed him for £7,500. That's nothing in this day and age for a football club. Absolutely nothing. But what we are going to do is we're going to bring on Matty Kozolo. In fact, we're going to move Muldoon out to the left, where he can cut inside as an inside forward. We've had a lot of success with that position from Mark Yates actually this season. And I also, about 75 minutes, as long as we're all good, I'm going to bring on Neil Byrne, club captain, because I think he should be on the pitch when we earn the trophy. In that sense, I think it'll be Crowsdale that comes off. Bit of a danger, bringing on a central defender for a defensive midfielder, but they do tend to have similar qualities, certainly in Football Manager. And Barnet have taken the lead against Chesterfield. Elito has got that one for them. So we're going to just bring on Neil Byrne, but I think probably Carl Jameson is better equipped. He's a bit more mobile to act as just a basic defensive midfielder on defend. I think it's important to have Neil Byrne, our club captain, on the pitch when we win the league title. If we can just have a quick look on 76 minutes, we're going to have a quick check of the league table. As you can see, with 3 games to play, we would be 11 points clear of Barnet, which by any stretch of the imagination is out of their reach. At the bottom of the league, Chorley are still in trouble. They're only 3 points clear of FC Halifax. I hope they stay up, to be honest. We're going to go back to our view with the scores. Even though it's fairly academic now, I don't see Hartlepool coming from 4 goals down. Let's keep our concentration. Oh, Hartlepool with a corner. Good clearance. Get rid right up the pitch there. But they've got a second here. Oh, a long range effort but misses wide. Hartlepool fans are heading for the exits. They obviously don't want to see us celebrate with the title, do they? This is going to come in, a free kick from Williams. Tim Odesine seems to be a busy player in the opposition box, you know. Somebody to consider for the future. Luke Burke with the drive. Doesn't score many. I don't think he's scored any this season. But it's turned around the post. Bradders with the cross. Whitmore the effort. And Ben Killip in the Hartlepool goal gets 2 good hands on it. That's not going past him. We're doing really well. 4-0 to the good. That's 11 goals in our last 2 games that we've scored. Admittedly, we did concede 3 against Chorley, and I'm never happy with conceding that many. But the whistle is about to go, and we have done it. There we have it, everybody. The celebrations commence. There's little Charlie Tango there with his little blue tracksuit. And there's the trophy. Oh, that would have been nice if I could see that again. I parade the trophy to the away fans that have visited Hartlepool's Victoria Park. I am the champion. I am the king. Long live the king. What a great squad. This is, we've put together something very special here, and you can see the pride as I parade it to those fans. Sure. Followed around by the rest of the squad. Yeah. Don't let anybody else hold it, mate. No. It's all mine. What a fantastic day in the history of AFC Fylde. I am delighted that we've won the title. Well done. To a man, they have been superb. The only real areas of concern, look, I mean, these are the substitutes. What a day. AFC Fylde are National League champions and will play the upcoming 2020-21 season in the Football League. A crowd of 3,189. I mean, in real life, it's going to be half and half for Fylde fans there. We've now scored 113 goals this season. Only lost 2 games. We lost both against Maidenhead. What? Maidenhead? Stop it. Come on, Charlie boy. Fylde have won the Vanarama National. Jamie Proctor, 18 goals. Key player, Tom Walker. Aldershot previously, they secured playoff position. So have Ebbsfleet now. On a wet afternoon at Victoria Park. No. Jack Muldoon with another goal. I'm so proud of him. You always want to see your signings do well after you've brought them in. And look, he's, for us, because those stats show both us and Harrogate, he's made 23 appearances in the league. 23 in the league and scored 10 goals. 5 assists. Really good. Just put us over the line there. Created a bit of competition for us in the wide positions. Wage budget is 49. Transfer, I don't know what that means at the moment. What a day. Due to not have enough scouting funds. Unbelievable. I want to know how much we're spending at the minute. The club is currently spending 24, but the wage budget is double that. Oh, fantastic. We've got a bit of money in the bank. Thanks to me, you know. Tango praised by Fylde supporters, too right as well. Unanimous that the person responsible for the team's success was, it's not really all about me. It's a group effort by everybody. The board are happy. Of course they are. Although I've got the classic, you've achieved something but focus, head down. The board are delighted. 2 years ahead of schedule. We've hit our objectives. And Andy Taylor, 34-year-old fullback, I'm always pleased with him. So I will do the press conference. There's a lot there, isn't there? Could be there for weeks. Thanks to Lola, our press officer. But this is the day that we can all celebrate. AFC Fylde, who said 15 years ago, when David Haythornthwaite took over the club, that they were going to get promoted by 2022. In real life, that sort of lies broken and tattered at our feet. However, here in the world of Still We Rise, AFC Fylde are about to hit the headlines as a Football League club. Thank you for joining me. Our next episode is our chance for more silverware, because there are 3 meaningless league games now. Meaningless, totally forgettable. The big one is Barnet. Sunday the 17th of May, we will head to Wembley, where we'll face our rivals at the top of the Vanarama National League, Barnet, for the FA Trophy and an opportunity to retain that accolade that Fylde won a season ago. We now extend our unbeaten run. The last time we were beaten was Maidenhead, start of February. We're now midway through April. Thank you for joining me. You have seen the culmination of a dream. This is the reason we started this series, was to get AFC Fylde into the Football League, and we've done it. We have won the National League. No need for the playoffs. No need for putting ourselves through that. We are going up. And shall we have a quick look at who we could take the position of? It will be Cambridge on the way down. They are 4 points behind Leyton Orient and Morecambe. I will give you an update as on the FA Trophy final day. But for now, thank you very much. It has been wonderful to share this with you. There's still more to come with the FA Trophy, and then we're going into Sky Bet League 2.